The very first way to get any woman to drip juice down there is by using the tone of your voice. There is actually really something about your voice and the tone you use to talk to a woman, especially if you have that baritone voice. There's just something about that voice that turns a woman on. I'm sure every woman loves that voice. That manly voice. The voice is so manly, so masculine. You know, it's so like it's so sexy. There is something about that voice that can get a woman to drip down there. Okay, even without touching her, using that voice to talk to her and the things you say to her can actually make her to start imagining things. Okay, at that point she start imagining how she will feel if you are on top of her, and then you are using that voice to say some sweet things into her ears. Man, that can actually make make her feel like you can actually drive her crazy, like that can send shivers down her spine. So the tone of your voice when you're talking to a woman matters a lot, especially like I said, that baritone, that deep baritone voice is actually really something that a lot of women find so attractive. Okay, so if you can use that voice, if you can talk to a woman with that voice, and like yeah, it's really you don't need to do much. Okay, that tone, that voice alone, that tone alone is already very okay. Okay, she doesn't most women don't even need much. Okay, just that tone and the things you say can actually make her wait and ready for you. And at that point, if you are not if you are not if you are delaying things, maybe you've been doing it, talking to her, and then you don't go close to, like try to, at that point she'll even be the one to come to you. She'll be the one to she'll be all over you. Okay, especially if you are in a close, maybe you are in a room together or something, she will want to get closer to you and all of that. So that tone matters. That tone is there's a lot about it. The next thing you can do to get a woman to drip juice down there without even touching her is by touching her mind. Yes, I've always said on all my videos that sex to women is more mental than physical. So there's a lot about there's a lot you need to do in a woman's mind, okay, for her to even you know get ready in that way for you. So you really need to touch her mind, the way you talk to her, the things you say to her, all those dainty talk, all those sexy talks, all those, like I said, the tone, it's makes shivers run down her spine. Okay, there's just something about knowing how to touch a woman's mind. Okay, knowing the things to say, when to say, and how to say them. Okay, if you're someone that knows how to date it talk, if you're someone that knows how to give that soft sexy talks, even before getting into the bedroom, it does a lot to a woman. So even like I said, before getting to the bedroom, you can start sending texts, talking to her, finding out how everything is going on. By that time, you're already saying all of these things and getting her ready for you. Okay, so knowing how to touch a woman's mind is very important. If you really want that woman to want you, you don't even need to touch her, physically, touching her skin, touching any sensitive part of her body. Just touch her mind with your soft, sexy words. That alone can drive her wild and want you. Alright, next thing you can do to get a woman drip juice down there is touching her with your eyes. There's something about this sexy stare. Okay, when you just sit, or maybe she's just you are together and then you're just staring, you're just looking at her, you're just locking eyes, looking at her. You can just looking at, maybe you can just that's, oh my god, when you're just looking at her like with that sexy eyes, that alone is telling her a message. Okay, that alone is telling her a message that there is something that you are looking for. So at that point you don't need to touch her. okay, just with the eyeballs, looking at all the, sensitive parts of her body, her lips, her thighs, like, when you're just sitting and you're just, you know, looking at maybe lips, staring down to her. Maybe she's just passing you by, you're just looking, all those things, it makes, it also boosts to her mind, because at that point she begins to feel like you, she's so attractive, and like you really like, you love what you are saying, that she's so attractive, and all of that. At that point, she will even bring herself to you and be like, wow, so what is it? Is this what you want? Then take it, you can have it. So those are one of the ways to get a woman to drip juice down there, and even be the one begging you and all over you, wanting to get down on you. So